Live agent escalation has been a customer request for some time, and it's been something we've been keen to support, but wanted to make sure we were doing it in the best possible way to support our customers. The concept is simple. You have a bot that can answer questions and do things for your users, but when the bot hits the limits of its capabilities, it can transfer or escalate the conversation to a live agent. AtBot supports this scenario in two different ways. Integration with Omnichannel for customer service, which is part of Dynamics 365, and in Teams or other custom scenarios with some flexible building blocks to support customers who do not use Dynamics. Taking a look at the first scenario, which is Omnichannel for Dynamics customer service, the bot acts as an agent within the Omnichannel portal. It has built-in chat management, so the escalation to live agents and the rules for that is all built into the Dynamics portal. It stores your conversation history as an activity within Omnichannel, within Dynamics. It has real-time sentiment detection, which will show in the chat panel, so that the agents can know, how positively or negatively the conversation went with the bot to start with. And then there's tons of other options within Omnichannel to allow for the marshalling of these conversations back and forth between bots, between agents, and even escalating from one agent to another. So Omnichannel for Dynamics customer service is a full-fledged solution for customer service, live chat with agents, but also has the component that allows you to put a bot in front of it to start and then escalate to those live agents, and that's where AtBot comes in. The second scenario is either a Teams or custom scenario. In these situations, the bot actually acts as a conduit. So the end users are typing to the bot's typing to the agent's typing to the bot's typing back to the user. So it's kind of like this tunnel or bridge between the two users. We provide building blocks, again, through Power Automate and Logic apps to support this. And again, it's not just Teams, but Teams is a very good candidate for the agents to be able to interact with these users. And the other great thing about this solution is it's very low cost to implementation. So you're not having to buy a real heavy product like Dynamics. Even though Dynamics is a great product for customer service, a lot of mid-market or small businesses just don't have the capital to invest into something like that. And this gives them the ability to have AI on the front end, escalate to live users through Teams, and then interact with them through there. So all you have to have is Teams, AtBot, and Power Automate. So let's start by looking at the Omnichannel integration for AtBot. To be able to show you this demo, we have kind of a split screen here. On the left-hand side, we have a county website with the bot embedded on it. On the right-hand side, we have Omnichannel for customer service, and this is the agent dashboard. So once this bot escalates a conversation, it will show up in this dashboard and the agent will be able to take it on. This video is not going to go into the details of getting your bots registered within Omnichannel. That is something that's well documented by Microsoft. We followed those steps. It takes about 15 minutes to get a bot registered as an agent. So as a user coming to this county website, I'm going to go ahead and open up the chat, and you'll see our bot comes back with a greeting. I can start off by asking a question that the bot has an answer for. And you can see Q&A Maker multi-turn is supported fully through this. Now let's ask a question that the bot doesn't have an answer for. So the bot comes back with the default answer of, I don't have an answer to that. And maybe for the user, this is frustrating. The bot is able to recognize that the user is frustrated and escalate to an agent. And you can see on the right-hand side in the agent dashboard, the agent has the ability to accept the incoming conversation. And not only does that transfer the conversation to the agent has all the information about what the user was trying to do. And the agent can go ahead and pass in the correct information that the bot didn't have. And now you have a slightly positive outcome. So again, the thing that makes this possible is AtBot on the bot side. So this is a bot that's built with Q&A Maker, Power Automate or Logic apps, and no code, and then deployed through a Microsoft Bot Channels registration in Azure. And then Dynamics Omnichannel for customer service, where you're able to configure that bot that you built in AtBot or configured in AtBot as an agent that can be on the front end and then escalate to your agents. Just a little bit more background on the flow that happens when the user gets frustrated. So we have this skill in AtBot or in Power Automate that is a skill for our bot. And it gets kicked off anytime the user says something that the bot doesn't have an answer for. So it didn't hit a Lewis intent, it did not catch on a Q&A Maker answer, and it was not a keyword that the bot can understand. So what it does is it runs through sentiment analysis, which is cognitive services text analytics. If the score of the sentiment is less than 0.3, which Microsoft documents this as what would constitute a negative sentiment, we tell them, I'm sorry, you're having issues. Let me connect you with someone who can help. And then this is the escalation portion where we include some custom channel data. And this is, you'll see this documented in Microsoft's documentation on how to do escalations of Microsoft Bot Framework bots into Omnichannel. And so this is the place where you do it, and we have this documented in the AtBot documentation. If it's not negative sentiment, then we just reply with, sorry, I don't know the answer to that, but we'll pass that on to make sure this bot can learn. So that's a quick summary of how it works in Omnichannel. Let's take a look at the other solution that we have, which is the live chat bridge for Teams. In this scenario, we have the same split screen. On the left-hand side, we have our county website and our bot. This is the bot embed from AtBot rather than the bot embed from Omnichannel. And on the right-hand side, we have Teams, and this is our Teams quote-unquote agent view. So we can test out our bot with a couple of questions. Again, multi-turn working in this version of the bot. Now let's ask the bot to make a permit request. The bot's going to come back with an adaptive card to fill out. And for this example, or for this submission, we're going to select a date that is quite a bit further in the future. So November 18th. We'll say this is for noise, and we'll say it's for construction. And we'll submit that. And the bot comes back and says your request has been received, and you'll hear back from someone from the permitting office within the next 2 business days. So now let's try something a little bit different. So we're going to ask for another permit. And for this request, we're going to say we need the permit for tomorrow. And we'll say it's for road closure. And we'll hit submit. And you'll see the bot's going to come back and let us know that because it's within the next 2 business days, they need to get us in contact with somebody so that they can get some additional information. On the right-hand side, you can see we have another bot called Live Support posting into this channel. It's giving me all the information that the person put in the adaptive card, and it's telling me any agent, click connect to connect to the user. So I'm going to go ahead and click connect. And now these 2 conversations, the one that's in this thread and the one that's going on in this website, are connected. And so as an agent, because of a road closure, we need to make sure it's not for a parade. As you can see, as we type, the messages get bridged from one conversation to the other. And we'll go ahead and close this conversation out. You can see that in this version, we have a keyword that's used to close the conversation bridge. In this case, it's hashtag stop, but that is configurable. And you can see on both sides that the conversation has ended. On the user's side, they're now back talking with the bot, so they can ask other questions and just carry on with that bot conversation over there. On this side, for the agent, the bot is asking to provide additional notes to add to the request. If we look up here, you can see the card was updated to say that it's currently engaged by me. And then what I can do is I'm going to add some notes. And we can watch as this card gets dynamically updated based on what we supplied there. So the way this works in the background, again, it's Power Automate. This is the flow that powers it. It's all kicked off with a request a permit Lewis intent, which is lined up with an AtBot Lewis intent vector, which is AtBot's layer on top of Lewis. The first step after it's kicked off is to send them that adaptive card. These adaptive cards are designed in the AtBot admin portal and served up to collect data in this very, very nice UI. We then do a little calculation to see how far away the request is for, whether it's 2 days or greater. If it is greater than 2 days away, we go ahead and tell them thanks, and this could go into our permit request system. It could be in Dynamics, it could be SharePoint, it could be ServiceNow, it could be just a SQL Server backend database. If it is within the next 2 days, we do a start group conversation. So this is where we're starting the conversation in Teams in that permitting channel. You can see here, this is that bot live support that we're using to pass those messages through. Then the real key here is this action, which is called register a chat bridge between 2 or more conversations. And you pass, this is basically an array of conversations that are going on. In the case of this example, we had the web user conversation and the Teams user conversation. And when you create a bridge between those 2 conversations, text gets passed back and forth between the 2 until the end chat command is uttered by either party, or there is a timeout. So this is in minutes. So the default is 3 minutes without any conversation. Then once this action is through, which means it either timed out or the end chat command was uttered, then it just moves on, and we get the response for any additional notes, and we update the adaptive card with the additional notes that the agent provided. So there we have it. That's the somewhat long-winded example of escalation to live agents in both Omnichannel for customer service as well as Teams. These are both brand new features as of October 2020, and we're excited to see how customers use them and what types of new scenarios we might see coming out of these solutions. Thanks for watching.